Yo, what's going on, DLBTV supporters, listeners, watchers, whatever it is, whatever you may be doing? I am your host, DLB, and on this week's episode of DLBTV, I guess you could call this a review, opinion, so to speak, because to me, that's all reviews are, is someone's opinion. And I just wanted to give you guys my opinion on Killzone 3. I just finished it. I got it on Wednesday because I have GameFly, so I GameFlyed it. So I got it on Wednesday, finished it around about Thursday, Friday-ish, or Saturday. No, Saturday. So, let's go ahead and jump into it. So, Killzone 3, let's just start off with the visuals. The visuals of the game is impressive. But the visuals of Killzone 2 was impressive as well. So, I knew they were going to bring the goods when it came to visuals, and they did. And as always, they lived up to it. One thing I've always been impressed about with Killzone is their online and how it's been able to look almost as good as the single-player experience. So kudos to Guerrilla and Sony for the visual aspect of the game. It looks phenomenal. Now, one of the biggest updates to the game by far had to be not only the cinematics and the story, but one of the biggest complaints of last Killzone is the way that the way that the controls felt real heavy. So the control scheme is a lot better, a lot smoother, a lot cleaner and polished this time around. The game's pace is a little faster, and I do like that. I love that actually. So I was real happy with the control scheme this time around. I personally use the alternate controls. I believe it's alternate 2, if I'm not mistaken. Basically, the Call of Duty controls, the controls that everybody has grown to love. If you're a fan of the Call of Duty series, such as myself. So the control scheme was really good, and like I just said before, the story, I definitely like this story a whole lot better than Killzone 2 story. Once again, that's my opinion. I felt that I was able to get more immersed with the characters this time around because of the cinematic feel. You actually did feel like you were a part of the character, a part of the game, in the atmosphere. You have the realisticness of the graphics plus the cinematic story that pulls you in even more. So I felt that the story was good, not great. To give a comparison, I don't think the story is as good as Uncharted's story per se. But I do feel that Killzone 3's story was really, really good. I found it hard to put the controller down, and to me that's a testimony of a good control scheme with a good story. Because if you have a good story, people want to know, okay, well, what's next? And in Killzone, it did have me wondering what's next. Now, without giving out any spoilers, I will say the downside of the story is the end of the game. The way that the game ended, I didn't really like the way it ended. And I'll just leave it at that without giving any details. But I'll just say I did not like the way the game ended. If you finished the game, let me know in the comment section. Without giving any spoilers, just let me know in the comment section how you guys thought the game ended. If you haven't finished the single player yet, go ahead and finish it. And then come back and let me know what you guys think of of the way that the game ended. But for the most part, I felt that the single player was balanced. You had moments where you were by yourself. I'd say probably 85 to 90% of the game you were with some kind of squad mate. Between the different vehicles and things like that you use compared to being on foot. Now there is a piece of Killzone, and this could be a spoiler. I really don't think that it is, but if you this could be a spoiler, so I'd say go ahead and scroll probably about a minute ahead, so you guys can skip this spoiler. So there is a scene in Killzone where you have a suppression, and it's kind of the sniper, sneaky stealth part of Killzone. And it really, really, and let me know if in the comment section if you guys feel the same, but it really, and it really reminded me of Call of Duty, of Modern Warfare 2, to be exact, where you're hidden in the grass and you have to, sneak up behind your enemy counterpart and take him out with a stealth move or a shot to the head, and you have your AI counterpart that's kind of guiding you and telling you what to do. So I felt that aspect of the game was very Call of Duty-ish. It just reminded me of Call of Duty. Not saying that they're biting off of Call of Duty or anything like that, but because I experienced that type of gameplay with Modern Warfare before, it kind of brought me back to that, and that's the first thing I instantly thought of in my brain when I played that scene. But, at the same time, it did have the Killzone feel to it. It did have a little bit of a uniqueness, but it definitely reminded me of Call of Duty when I played it. So I kind of laughed, but I did like it, though. I had fun with it. One of my complaints with Killzone 3 and with Killzone and a lot of Sony titles is that it seems like there's no... But we'll stay on track with Killzone 3. There was no co-op campaign through the single player. There is locally, like on your console, if you have somebody who's in the house with you and they want to go through the campaign with you, then yes, they have that. But realistically, nowadays it's all about online campaign because you want to be able to play with your friends, online co-op. So they didn't have an online co-op where you could go through the story. And there's more than enough time where you actually have someone else with you to where you guys could have went through the co-op together. So that was a little bit of a letdown for me. But, excuse me. My apologies. But that was that was a little bit of a letdown for me. With Killzone, one of the very, very few issues that I do have with Killzone. The online multiplayer is great. Had fun with that. No complaints there. You can tell that they're clearly going to be supporting the multiplayer, very much how they did the last one. So the multiplayer is great. I had a really great time online, but the single player is fairly short. For the most part, I felt that Killzone was a really good game, so I liked it. Definitely can't wait for the next one because you can clearly see that there definitely will be another Killzone. My prediction is we will see another Killzone on the PlayStation 3 platform. The next Killzone we see, I think that will probably be the last Killzone on this generation of consoles, and then they're going to be getting ready for the next generation of consoles. That's just my prediction. I could be wrong, could be right, but we'll have to wait and see. Other than that, I definitely felt Killzone was a great game. If I had to rate the game, I'd probably give Killzone around about a 9. I'd give Killzone about a 9. So without a decimal system, just straight up whole numbers, no decimals, no 9.4, 9.5, none of that. Just straight whole numbers, I'd give Killzone a 9. I definitely had a great time with it. So you guys leave me comments in the comment section letting me know how you guys liked it. Make sure you guys hit me up on Twitter. My Twitter is DJDLB23. So hit me up on Twitter. And yeah, keep gaming. Peace.